very difficult night to kind of show everything that you're all about, but Phil Foden for me was the standout. He was the star tonight from start to finish. His movement, his energy, the passes he can see that other players just can't see. Certainly in that first 45 minutes when it was always going to be more difficult to break this side down, Andorra team down, but that pass there just sums him up. You know, he's got that in abundance, and that's why we love watching him on a weekly basis. And it was a nice start for England just to break them down. And they could just play their possession after that. And you know, there's certain times when you look at things like this about making your run. Yes, it was very, very close. This is why we have VAR, but I think the heel was keeping him on from Garcia. But the finish from Chilwell, nobody stood still, nobody waited for a reaction, everybody kept going. And that was the perfect start that they needed. And this is just going to VAR. The goal was given. And I think Gareth overall would have been thrilled to pieces with that, because before the kick-off he was saying he needed to make the pitch big. Well, he certainly did that. And he got that all-important second goal again. Phil Foden, I mean, it's a top-class pass, it really is. And you need willing runners in front of you, and that's what he got in Saka down this right-hand side. Super first touch. What about that for a finish?
You make the point, the goalkeeper went down too easy. Yeah. But the power of the shot, the fizz on that. Tammy Abraham, what do you think of him tonight?
I thought his hold-up play was very good. I thought he tired later on in the game before he obviously got substituted, but I think overall, when he got into areas in that first 45 minutes, I think a clinical Harry Kane sticks a couple of the chances away, and that's probably the difference between him and Harry Kane in that first 45 minutes. But then you see he can do this. He's got the movement, he gets away from his marker, and this is him just being clever, you know, just drifting in between two centre-halves. I have to say, great ball in from Sancho, by the way. Gets in between the two centre-halves, makes that movement that all good centre-forwards should do. What? He's a tall boy, stretched out his leg, and it's a super finish from him. You know, again, you question the goalkeeper, should he have actually come off his line? But when you're in that situation and the ball's coming at you fast, you've got to react quick, and the centre-forward reacted quicker than the goalkeeper.
And James Ward-Prowse as well, a welcome return for him.
Yeah, absolutely. When you think about the quality that we've got in those midfield areas, it's always difficult for him to get into that starting 11, but he got his opportunity, didn't let anybody down, and obviously got himself on the score sheet eventually after missing the penalty. But again, just before that, great play from Jack Grealish, a little give and go. But then when you're looking around on the field, there's only one man who I would have picked to take that penalty, and it probably would have been James Ward-Prowse, with the quality that he's got from set pieces. So we're all sitting here thinking, yeah, this is going to find its way into the back of the net, but we're all human at the end of the day. I mean, he's getting the power on it, but the goalkeeper just reads it straight away, and he gets that good fortune of the ball coming back to him and just finding the bottom corner with his left foot. So he'll forget about that penalty kick very quickly.
How many of these players do you think will get into that game against Hungary?
And choose. Well, again, you know, I think you're probably looking at Phil Foden, but I think the nice thing about tonight was, you know, you didn't have to bring Harry Kane on, because you weren't excellent, and obviously for the Jack Grealish goal, the final goal was absolutely outstanding. The instinct was to pick that ball up and look ahead of you and to see those runs, but he commanded his area. I thought that was great. And see the run from Jack Grealish already. Brilliant. I mean, I can't kick the ball that far these days, but it's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? And great play from Jack, shows great strength. And again, he's just waiting for that opportunity, and he's, you know, full of confidence, and he's got his first goal for England, which is fantastic.
This is what we're saying in the first half. Andorra were sitting so far back. I mean, you've got 8 players, literally a brick wall in front of you. Hit them on the counter-attack.
Yeah.
Get them out of place.
And this is why I probably thought that maybe Raheem Sterling should have started the game, because you need pace. If you're going to counter-attack teams that are going to sit back, pace is the best way to get in behind them. And the more the game went on, you could see the weary legs, a little bit tired, so then he got the opportunities then, and Jack just knew that. At that time, the instinct, 85th minute, I'm going to make a run. He found that space for himself, and he finished it superbly.
Yeah, there is a hidden danger, and I mentioned the point about making sweeping 11 changes for the last game of Andorra, and then obviously Poland, and they didn't see the game out. Is there a danger now, changing the whole 11 again, going to Hungary, playing against Hungary, there could be an issue?
I know who can step into my shoes, and that's the big worry. It's not worry, it's great for Gareth, because he's got 2 or 3 players in every position where he can think, well, if you're not on form, I can then go and find somebody else who can fill your shoes, and I think that's great for England.
A selection headache, but a nice feeling obviously for Gareth Southgate. Poland in action tonight, another comfortable win for them. They're in action against San Marino.
Well, the biggest surprise in this game is Lewandowski hasn't got himself on the score sheet.
I did score though. He did score. But
Yes, he did.
Disallowed.
Yeah. But it was right to be given as a foul. But again, this is Poland, because they're looking behind England now. The two nations that we probably want to talk about is certainly one of them's Poland. And you think to yourself, we have to keep winning. We've got to try and finish in those two spots, the top or second. And if we slip up, then there's somebody there who's going to just, they're going to pounce on our position, and they're going to